You're about to learn everything you need to know about making a video using your iPhone. My name is Dean Parman, this is TravelVids.tv, and welcome to our iPhone video editing tutorial series. In each video, we're going to look at a different part of the editing process. As you might know, there are many different editing apps for the iPhone. In this first part of the series, we're going to be using an app called Splice. If you have any questions about Splice or you'd like to see how another app works on an iPhone, let us know in the comments below. In today's video, we are going to cover how to get started in Splice Video Editor on an iPhone. Splice has had a new developer take over and make over the app not too long ago, and we want to show you how Splice works from scratch. I've broken this video up into 6 sections. 1. Prepare your footage for Splice import. 2. Import video and photos into the Splice editor. 3. A quick look at the new and improved highlights feature. 4. Setting up a new project and what to look out for. We've seen too many people make some terrible mistakes here. Then 5. Get to know the Splice App Layout. And lastly, 6. Rearranging clips to the best order. Alright, here we go. Prepare your footage for Splice import. When you take a photo or film a video with your iPhone, it automatically stores the media in your camera roll album. At this early stage of the editing game, you have the power to make your life easy or to make your life very hard in the future. So to make this easy for you, just follow me step by step. Step 1. You need to manage your clips into albums. It only takes a minute to do, but it will save you hours later. Please go over to the video in the card above to watch how to do this if you don't already know. The second step to preparing your Splice edit is to clean up the album first. Quite often you will film more than you need for the final edit. Either you try to film the same thing twice, or 10 times maybe, to get that perfect take. Or you filmed very long clips and you want to cut out pieces of it. Both of these are completely normal things to happen. You could delete the unnecessary duplicates in Splice later, but once you have all the clips glued together in a timeline like this, trimming and choosing which clip is right can be a little bit harder to manage. Rather, trim and remove your clips right here in this album before even opening the app. The video in the card above now will show you how to do this if you don't know how. But now that you have a beautifully clean album waiting to go, we can move into the Splice app. Number 2, importing video and photos into the Splice editor. In this major step on our journey to making a video with your iPhone, we get to start a new project in Splice. Tap to open the Splice Video Editor app on your phone. If you've never used it before, you will first see a blank screen with a Start New Project text and a nice big blue button with a white plus in it. What now? Well, you guessed it. Push the blue button. On the next screen, you'll be able to make a selection of what you want to add to your project. Automatically, you will see a list of the most recent images and video clips. These are drawn from your camera roll album. If you, like me, have WhatsApp or some other instant messenger app on your device, this feed will constantly be clogged up with nonsense. Now, because you followed my first instruction and placed your clips in a nice neat album, you can select the drop-down menu at the top here and pick out the album where your clips are stored. Look how nice and neat this is. Now select the clips you want to use for the edit. Remember, you should have already cleared out what you didn't want in the album cleanup process earlier. Just tap on the clips in the order that you want them to appear in your edit. At the bottom of the screen, you'll see your timeline starting to build. You can tap and hold on a clip to preview it again if you're unsure if it's the right one. You can also reorder them in the timeline by dragging and dropping them to a new position. Now I'd like to introduce the new and improved highlights feature in Splice. When you tap on one of the clips in this album view, it will go over to a new screen. In this screen, you can scroll through the clip, and when you see a part you want to keep, you hit the button. You can adjust this highlight by dragging the end bars narrower or wider. You can also select more than one highlight from a single clip. You'll need this tool for clips where you want to have more than one part extracted. The album cleanup process that we showed you earlier can't do this. The alternative is to use the trim tool, which you can see in the video in the card above now. Let's go back to the album. You will see this has two highlighted parts. Once you have your first draft of the timeline at the bottom here ready, you can hit next. And next, we will be choosing your new Splice project settings. First, project title. You need to give your project a name. Second, animated photos on or off. This means that if you're going to use still images in your video, do you want Splice to automatically help you make them move? This is known as the Ken Burns effect, when an image slowly grows, shrinks, or moves to a certain point. You can select this on if you want Splice to do the work for you. And third, choose your aspect ratio. You have a choice to make a portrait video, square video, or a landscape video. Choosing this will depend on two things. A, how did you film most of your clips? And or B, where do you want to place your finished video? Let's look at A first. If you filmed all your clips in the upright mode or the portrait mode, then edit your project in portrait. If you filmed landscape, then edit landscape. Do this regardless of what you want the final outcome to be. You can always edit the final shape afterwards. If you have a mix of different clips, and please avoid this because it's absolutely terrible. If you have done this, then go by option B and choose based on the final platform where you would like to publish your video. Here's a quick overview of what the platform preferences are. On YouTube, stick to landscape. For Facebook post videos, you can go primarily with square, but landscape works too. For Facebook stories, you'll want to go portrait. For Instagram posts, again, primarily square, but you can also do landscape. And then for Instagram stories, it's definitely portrait. We at TravelVids personally prefer the landscape video as our preference because we like to tell stories on YouTube. We can't know what your preference of video is, but always please strive to film all your clips in a uniform way. Let's hit create. Welcome to your timeline. Get to know the Splice App Layout. Along the bottom, you will see your main menu. Each of these items will take you to a function of the Splice editor. Let's go over them quickly. Media. This is the place to go back to the library to select or add new clips to the project. Music. Select music from your iTunes or from the music library Splice has built in. Title. This is to add an intro title or a section title. Add SFX. The Splice app has a new built-in sound effects library. Choose from all sorts of weird and wonderful sounds to make your video pop. A voice. Instantly add a voiceover to a specific part of the video. This is a voiceover. Text. Very similar to the title, but in this case, add a line of text as an overlay to your video. Then there are a few more things to go over. On the timeline itself, you need to select a video clip in order to make edits to it. Tap on a clip to see it highlighted, and now you can begin to work with it. Now at the bottom, the main menu will be replaced with a sub-menu. Here you can adjust the volume, the speed, the filters, the colors, the crop, the transform, the animate, the background, the split, the duplicate, extract, and delete. We'll go over all of these in another video. Between the clips, you can tap that funny little floating icon to select the transition options. And lastly, at the top next to the book, which are the built-in Splice tutorials, is the save video, aka the export video option. And then there is one more thing that I'd like to add to my introduction to Splice, and that is rearranging the clips. It's a short answer. Tap to highlight, drag and drop to a new position. Sounds simple enough, right? It is, but I've seen so many people struggle with this, and there is a specific reason why. They're either zoomed in too close or zoomed out too far. The great thing in Splice is that they kept the old Splice system of using blocks. When you grab a clip and drag, the view changes to a view that you can manage the rearrange. And that about sums up my introduction to Splice Video Editor for iOS devices. Thank you for watching, and I really hope that this was practical, informative, and useful. And as I said in the beginning, if you have any feedback, questions, or comments, you know where to put them. And don't forget to let us know if there's another app that you would like us to look at in the second part of the series. If you want to learn how to make a video, then please subscribe to our channel, and also remember to hit that notification bell not to miss the next editing tutorial. Please also check out our website for loads more information on how to make a video. Thanks for watching. My name's Dean, and this is travelvids.tv.